Yeah, yo, yeah, put it on, bitch. When yo, okay, big daddy, oh, these niggas know I'm on they road. Big fish, I'm O2 road. Bitch, they mean.
Hello, my YouTube family. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a quick chat, a little bit of an informational video, one that I actually wrote down a long time ago, but I'm just now kind of getting to. So, numerology. Let's talk about it. As someone who is spiritual, numerology is super important to me. Not only do I need it for my divination, my tarot that I do, the matrix of destiny readings that I do, the astrology readings that I do, and more. But I also use numerology in my day-to-day life for my own personal reasons. Why is this? Every number carries its own frequency. If you're new here and that sounds like wumbo jumbo to you, you need to go check my other videos, then come back to this one. You can also check out my blog post where I go through the numbers and what they mean. But for this specifically, we're going to talk about numerology in a practical sense, using numbers to your advantage. You can use these numbers throughout the month, throughout the week, whatever have you, and assign certain things to certain days based on the frequency, the energy that these numbers hold. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of 1111 portals. That is an example of this. I definitely would not recommend to just be doing any and everything just because other people are doing it, which is why I'm telling you these things so you can create your own practice based on each number, or your own task, or your own whatever you want it to be. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. Make sure you guys subscribe. Thank you guys so much. We have hit our first subscriber goal. I'm so excited and appreciative, and I'm just happy. So thank you guys. And I hope the winner of the giveaway loved their free reading. Our next goal is 500. So I know we can do it. Go ahead and press that subscription button and let's make it to this next giveaway. If you would like a private reading from me, a one-on-one booking, you can go to my website. My website is the only place that you can book with me. Okay. So go there, tell me the details, get your reading. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and start off with number one. The number one in numerology is often associated with new beginnings, taking initiative, starting something new. It carries the energy of independence. So on days that are the first, or days that boil down numerologically to number one, are great days to get those projects started. Start the new routine, start the new project, start the new habit. It's a great day for new beginnings. So as you're planning your week or your month, keep that in mind. Moving on to number two. With number two, there's usually a focus on relationships. Interpersonal relationships, professional relationships, all types of relationships. Definitely talks about partnerships and talks about harmony in relationships, balance and equity and equality in relationships. But it also talks about cooperation. It talks about being diplomatic, right? This is kind of like that Libra energy. So again, this is a great day to focus on connection, focus on relationships, the things between you and other people, you and other that are either working or not working and you need to fix or work on. So for example, the 22nd of each month might be a great date night idea for you. Why? Because this energy of connection and harmony and balance is already present. So you are building on this energy. You are capitalizing on this energy. Moving on to number three. The number three, one of my favorite angel numbers to see or to receive, 3 or 3s, talks about growth. It talks about creativity and expansion and expression. So on the third, or days that have 3 boiled down to 3 numerologically, for example, that would be the 12th, right? 1 + 2 is 3. These are the perfect days to prioritize social interaction and social connection. Different from one-on-one, personal, interpersonal connection you may, do on the second or whatever. But this energy talks more about groups, small groups. This number again highlights expression. So it's a great time to try those new forms of self-expression or get into something that's really creative that almost pushes you to express, pushes you to tell a certain story. This could even be, maybe I'm going to sit and I'm going to write or I'm going to color because this is what I feel like is a good expression of me. Whatever it is for you, obviously stay adaptable with it, go with the flow. But these numbers are a great way to kind of give yourself that structure and kind of line yourself up for success, not set in stone, this is what I have to do. Moving on to the number 4. Anytime you see the number 4, we're talking about stability. We are talking about structure, we are talking about effort, and we're talking about work. So on the 4th, or days that boil down numerologically to 4, it's a great time to lay foundations or ensure that your foundations are stable so you can further build. So for example, this could look like on the 4th of every month, I do my financial planning. Or maybe on the 4th of every month, I do a deep cleanse of my house, okay? From top to bottom, bottom to top, cleaning deeply, making sure the foundation is clean and set and stable. All right, moving on to number 5. This is a number that can definitely give us the positive or negative vibes. It's really a toss-up usually when we see the number 5 or 555 or whatever have you. Why is this? Because the number 5 often talks about change. And we already know change can either be really good for us or really bad for us, depending on our perspective. So it can talk about change. It can talk about freedom. Definitely. It can talk about exploration, a little bit of adventure. On the 5th, or days that are associated with the number 5, you really want to focus on, what's the right word here? I'll say you want to focus on staying flexible. Flexibility. That's the word. Embracing impermanence, embracing the fact that things can change at any time, really having gratitude for the present moment, for the things that you have and the things that you've received so far. But again, understanding anything can change at any moment. So on the 5th, or days that are associated with the number 5, it would be really good to ask yourself, where are the areas of my life that I'm lacking freedom? Where are the areas of my life that I want more freedom? Where are the areas of my life that I feel like are stagnant and icky and murky and I need to change? And what are the areas of my life that I do not want to change because I feel like they're going well? This is a great number to use as a check-in, okay? Because a lot of times when we're going through changes and we start to see the 505, 55, 555, it feels a lot more sudden than it should, okay? Having this and knowing this is a great way to stay prepared. Planning your success, not just experiencing it. The number 6. The number 6 is associated with Virgo. Virgo is associated with, I should have been doing the astrology this whole time. That would have been nice. That would have been helpful. But it's associated with service. It's associated with nurturing. So the number 6 really does represent things like the home, things like the family. And it definitely represents responsibility, the things that we take accountability and responsibility for. So on the 6, or days that boil down to 6, this is a great day to nurture self or nurture others. This is like caretaking central, service central. We've already made sure that everything we're going through is stable and the changes that we are looking for or the changes that we are preparing for are set. So this is where we start to give back. We start to give out a little bit of energy versus taking. So this could look like you spending time with maybe someone, an elder in the family, taking care of them for the day or for the week. This could look like creating a self-care day. Okay, maybe on the 6th of every month, that day is for you to nurture yourself and nurture the people who are closest to you. Maybe on the 6th is vet day, right? For your pets, nurturing your pets, taking care of them. Definitely a day associated with caregiving. All right, moving on to number 7. The number 7 is a very interesting one. A lot of people associate the number 7 with luck, which it is associated with luck, but there's more. And especially in terms of practically using this energy, there's a lot more. The number 7 is associated with wisdom and introspection, also associated with spirituality and this kind of unpacking process, analyzing process. So on days that start with 7 or that boil down to 7 are great days for introspection and reflection. This is a great day to make sure you have a good understanding of what has happened, what's going on, and what you're looking to go towards. So yes, when you see those number 7s on days that are associated with the number 7, you can use that for luck and you can use that for attraction for sure. But we're not talking necessarily about spell work here. We're talking about energy. We're talking about simply capitalizing on the energy that's already there. And I believe you'll have a lot more success focusing on these aspects of the number 7 versus, the ones that are more popular, so to speak. Moving on to number 8. The number 8, I think, is one of the strongest numbers to work with, aside from maybe number 3 or number 5, because the number 8 is associated with power, achievement, success, control, and especially abundance. The number 8 will probably work better for what you thought the number 7 would work for. This is the day to pursue your goals. The number 7 is more like the vision, the manifestation in your mind. The number 8 is more like the work you put in and what you actually physically, tangibly get. Tangibly. So on the 8th, or days that boil down to number 8, this is a great day to do things that have to do with your career goals, your personal goals, your finances. This is a good day to put in the physical effort or put in that really necessary mental effort. This is the day that we do shit because we have to and because we want a result, not just because it might be a good idea or somebody told you to. This is the pursuit of passion, the number 8. Last but not least, we have the number 9, associated with things like compassion, completion, humanitarianism, and most importantly, what we're going to talk about, endings. Now, what's the difference between completions and endings? Completions means all wrapped up, we're done here. Endings means we are wrapping up, in the process of wrapping up. Okay, I would say that's more associated with the number 9. Number 10 does talk about donezo, complete. The number 9 can be associated with that though. So what is something you can do on the 9th, or days that numerologically boil down to number 9? Releasing anything that you can release, anything that you can get off of your chest, anything that you can throw away. This is a great day to make space. Clear air. This is the day. This is the day to make space. So when that number 1 comes back around, initiation, starting new beginnings, because we know this is wrapped up. We know we've put in the work that we need to put in and tied up the loose ends that we need to tie up in order for us to start our next project or move into our next phase or whatever you want to call it. Something I'm just feeling called to say, to mention, to add, if you work with any deities or if your spiritual guides or ancestors have specific numbers, colors, days associated with them, this is a great tool to have, to understand and to know, okay, this is a numerology of this day. Okay, well, I work with, I don't know, Oshun, or maybe I work with Aphrodite. This is the day that's associated with her number. So this is the day that I'm going to do her working. You know what I mean? Like, putting in that extra intention does make a difference. I'm telling you, as someone who uses this information day by day, it makes a difference. Not only do you find more success, but things just flow easier when you have a deeper understanding of the energy you are working with. All right, you guys, comment down below. Let me know what you think of the information and how you kind of plan on using this energy. I know it can be kind of difficult, especially if you're not someone who has any spiritual practices or practices that they do kind of routines day by day, but this is a good way to start. Okay, you guys, thank you so much to all of my subscribers. Again, I love you guys. I appreciate you, and I can't wait to make it to our next goal. So make sure you guys subscribe. If you are looking for tarot readings, of course, you can book with me, or if you're not looking to book for some reason, you can always come right here to my YouTube You can always come right here to my YouTube channel and get the messages that you need. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I cannot wait to hear how you're going to use this energy. If you're wanting to share more, if you have more questions for me, you want to hear just more discussions and chats from me or from people who are like-minded, definitely go join our community group. Not only do you get some really high valuable teachable moments in there, but you can come and share your experience, ask your questions. All right, you guys, I love you, I appreciate you, and I cannot wait to see you either in a private booking or right back here on my YouTube channel. Bye, guys.